Welcome to Thornton Academy and to a new and improved Linnell Gymnasium for a battle of Class AA South schools. It's the 7-5 Thornton Academy Golden Trojans taking on the 10-2 and number 1 seeded Gorham Rams. I'm Cole Purvis alongside Troy Bulldog, and Troy, tonight TA has a chance to end the free fall they've been in for weeks now. Meanwhile, Gorham, a team that's always consistent and always good under Lon Berthium, finds themselves at 10-2, having won 8 straight games. What's the key to victory for TA tonight?
Well, for TA, it's going to be essential that they play good in that first quarter and don't bury themselves early. We've mentioned before that this team lacks some depth. One big thing is going to be that these players play with intent. When they get the ball, they got to know what they're doing. They have to be ready to receive the ball and make a play at all times. And, of course, the biggest thing is, of course, Emma Lazat and Addie Silikowski are going to have to play well if they're going to try and snap this 8-game win streak.
The Gorham Rams, as I mentioned, sit at number 1 in the Class AA South Heels, just barely hanging on. Scarborough is hot on their tail, but right now they are the number 1 seed. It's a team that started out the year 2-2, but recently they've had some big wins in their 8-game win streak, including one over Scarborough a couple days ago. And their most recent game, a 68-26 dominant win over Massabesic. So, Troy, it's going to be a big challenge for Thornton Academy to defend a deep and very good Gorham team. These two teams matched up back on January 4th. It was a 38-34 Gorham win. That was the first game that Thornton Academy was without Kylie Lamson for. She is still injured for them. And that win back in early January was a game where Thornton Academy led by quite a bit coming into the fourth quarter, but Gorham outscored them by 10 to take control and win that game. If you take a look at the injury report for TA, Kylie Lamson, as I mentioned, still out, but Kate LeBlanc made a very brief return to action the other night. She started in that game but was subbed out just about 30 seconds in and saw very limited minutes after that. So we'll see if the minutes increase for her tonight. A team desperately in need of some depth and some senior experience. She could bring that for them. Thornton Academy led by Addison Silikowski, who's averaging 16 points per game, as well as Emma Lazat at around 17 as well. And for Gorham, it's Ellie Gay, who averages 12.5 points, and just a really good supporting cast around her, including Julia Reed, Vanessa Walker, Summer Gammon, plays the post, as well as Kaylin Curtis. And we will now send it down to our public address announcer, Ken Levinsky, for tonight's starting lineups.
SMAA Girls Basketball Varsity Contest featuring the visiting Gorham Rams. And your Thornton Academy Golden Trojans. Thornton and Gorham are members of the Southwestern Maine Activities Association and strongly advocate the league's sportsmanship policies. As a result, we expect spectators to treat everyone with courtesy, cheer for your team, not against the other team, treat game officials with respect, and use appropriate language and behavior. Thank you so much for your efforts in contributing to a positive and sportsmanlike atmosphere for the student athletes participating in today's game. Here are your lineups. First, for the visiting Rams, number 10, junior, Julia Reed. Number 11, senior, Ellie Gay. Number 12, junior, Vanessa Walker. Number 15, senior, Summer Gammon. And number 20, a senior, Kaylin Curtis. Gorham is coached by Lon Berthium and managed by Ellery Herrick. Now for the Thornton Academy Golden Trojans. The maroon and the gold, coached by Suzanne Rondo. The freshman, number 3, Hannah Keniston. The sophomore, number 12, Laura LeBlanc. And the seniors, number 14, Emma Lazat. number 24, Catherine LeBlanc, and number 25, Addison Solokowski. The officials for today are Ms. Russo, Woods, and Mr. King. Ladies and gentlemen, if you are able, please rise for our national anthem.
Thornton Academy and Gorham getting set to go in this Class AA South girls basketball game. We will have the boys game right after this. It's a doubleheader, just like we had a TA Gorham doubleheader back on January 4th in Gorham. The Gorham boys team comes in also as the #1 seed in AA South, so Thornton Academy will be big underdogs in that one. But first, it's the girls' game, and the starters for Thornton Academy, you heard them from our PA announcer, but I'll say them again: Addison Sulikowski, Laura LeBlanc, Kate LeBlanc, Hannah Keniston, and Emma Lizotte. And for Gorham, it is Ellie Gay, Julia Reed, Vanessa Walker, Summer Gammon, and Kaylin Curtis. Glad you could join us here on TATV. Cole Purvis alongside Troy Bulldog, Jeff Christianberry for now doing our producing, Abe Huff on the camera. Josh Pulsifer will be joining us later. And here we go, it's Lizotte and Gammon to tip it up. And a couple weeks of turmoil for Thornton Academy will look to be snapped tonight if they can take down Gorham, and they'll start with the ball here at Linnell Gymnasium. I want to give a big shout out to Thomas Curtis for sending me all of Gorham's stats on both the boys and the girls side. So shout out to him, as well as Coach Suzanne Rondo, who always sends them for the girls' games. Here's Thornton Academy. Laura LeBlanc will control things. She'll back it out. We'll see what Kate LeBlanc's return to the lineup can provide for this team. LeBlanc, a shot fake from the corner, finds Keniston. Down low to Lizotte. Lizotte's mid-range jumper is good. Emma Lizotte starts the scoring, and we'll see if they can get her into a rhythm right from the get-go.
Against Cheverus last week, Lizotte was in foul trouble pretty early. We didn't really see her score at all in the first half, so seeing her get involved in that first possession is going to be huge for TA.
Walker from the corner, too strong on a three. Lizotte the rebound. Emma Lizotte, the Quinnipiac basketball commit, spent the last 3 years at Cheverus High School, transferred to Thornton Academy this year, came in as a strong contender for Miss Maine basketball, but hasn't been super great so far, but she's looking to get her groove back tonight. And a great pass from Lizotte to Kate LeBlanc, who lays it in. That's her first point since game number 2 of the season when she went out with an injury.
I mean, that's some great offense right there. Emma Lizotte draws some attention and is a nice bounce pass to Kate LeBlanc, wide open for the layup.
Here's Ellie Gay, the Rams' leading scorer. Hannah Keniston defending the perimeter for TA. Summer Gammon will drive, drops it off for Kaylin Curtis. Curtis with a bounce pass towards the baseline. Gammon to Vanessa Walker. Walker inside to Curtis, looking to post up on Lizotte. Goes up, gets fouled, but they're going to call it travel. So a travel called on Kaylin Curtis. It'll go the other way, and now Gorham will set up their press, which Thornton Academy has had to deal with a lot over the past couple weeks. They saw it with Scarborough, they saw it with Cheverus, and now Gorham's going to give it to him. Coach Lon Berthium and his team trying to set the tone defensively early in this one. Laura LeBlanc loses on the ground in a heap of trouble, and she turns it over. Summer Gammon to Ellie Gay, who lays it in. And the press working to perfection for the Gorham Rams.
Yeah, we've seen this when these TA girls get pressed. They get flustered and turn the ball over.
Another steal. Gammon lays it up and in. So 2 quick baskets off of the press, and Coach Rondo will have to call a timeout. So a great response by Lon Berthuden's team after going down 4-0 early. They've tied it at 4. First basket by Ellie Gay, who averages 12.5 points per game. Second one by Summer Gammon, whose brother Griffin Gammon is a member of the Gorham boys basketball team. Gorham, a team that tends to maybe not play the best month of December, but they always come around in January and in the tournament when it matters most. They were 9-9 last year and went on a miraculous run that ended up beating TA in an upset win in the regional final at the Cross Insurance Arena to propel them to the state championship, where they would eventually lose to Oxford Hills. So a team known for overachieving in February. But nobody would be surprised if they're back there this year. They stand at number 1 in the Class AA South Heels, and nearly a third straight turnover, but Laura LeBlanc able to corral the basketball. Here's Lizotte, shot fake on Curtis, kicks it to LeBlanc. Sulikowski contested corner 3, it's short. Fight for the rebound, taken by Julia Reed, or Vanessa Walker rather. Walker, mid-range jump shot, it's deflected. Emma Lizotte with the block, using her height to her advantage. Keniston in transition. Gorham trying to get Lizotte to work out on the perimeter where she's not as strong. Lizotte, turnaround jumper off the window, won't go. Rebound taken by Curtis. Curtis looking to push it ahead to Gammon. Gammon missed the layup, gets her own rebound. Backs it out. Curtis, wide open 3 is well short. And the attempted save will go out of bounds. First sub of the game for either side. It's Olivia Soroyce into the game in place of Kate LeBlanc. So LeBlanc gets a solid 3+ minutes of action there. After the last game, she started but was subbed out with about 30 seconds into the game. So it seems her minutes are going to increase slowly but surely. LeBlanc going to work on Walker, and Walker with the steal, and she's fouled. A little bit of a clear path foul there by Laura LeBlanc. Probably a smart decision because Walker had an open lane all the way to the basket. 4:30 to go, first quarter. Actually, they're going to call Sulikowski for the foul. TA, we've said it every game, and you're probably tired of us saying it, but foul trouble is such a huge factor for these teams. Lizotte and Sulikowski got into it early against Chevrolet, and it definitely hurt TA, and Sulikowski picks up her first there. Ellie Gay, deep 3, short. Rebound taken by Keniston, who will push the pace. Hannah Keniston, the freshman, who doesn't really play like a freshman, plays a lot more experienced. Lizotte kicks it out. Laura LeBlanc thought about a 3, doesn't take it. And with Kylie Lamson out, it's been Hannah Keniston having to control the basketball for TA. That's an offensive foul. So the first on Keniston, and Gorham with a stand, still tied 4-4.
Though they called the foul there, I like the decisiveness by Keniston. She drives to the rim, maybe gives a little bit of a check, but creates some space and flicks it up and in. The basket doesn't count, but I like to see more of those types of shots.
The season really going sideways for TA. They've lost 4 out of their last 5 games, largely due to the injury to both Kylie Lamson and Kate LeBlanc. Ellie Gay will try another 3, and it's way off the mark and air ball. Kaylin Curtis tries to save it, but it'll go out of bounds. That was a big thing in the TA Gorham game back on January 4th, as Gorham shot a lot of 3s. They shot it at a very high volume, but maybe their worst shooting performance of the season. So a team that, to some degree, lives and dies by the 3. Similar to their boys team, 2 fast-paced offenses. Sulikowski will handle for TA, kicks it to Keniston, who thought about a 3, drives inside, goes up. No foul on either side, and they're going to say that Kaylin Curtis stepped on the end line with Kate LeBlanc there defending her. So LeBlanc will trigger it in for TA. LeBlanc to Riley Rose, who just checked into the game. She's travels. The inexperience for Thornton Academy really showing here. They've been turning the ball over at a high rate this past month. And into the game for Gorham is Logan Dowdy. Dowdy guarded by Kate LeBlanc in the corner. Well defended by LeBlanc, makes her give it up. The drive by Reed, inside. Reed, a three, she's got it. First three-pointer for either side goes to Julia Reed, and Gorham's up 7-4. Everything has been such a struggle for Thornton Academy on the offensive side of the ball. Great defense by the Rams. Keniston to Sulikowski. Sulikowski will try a deep three. It's good. Addison Sulikowski drains it from way downtown. And a good response by the senior. And a travel. So Thornton Academy will immediately get the ball back as Logan Dowdy walked with it. Lizotte and Laura LeBlanc will check into the game. Keniston and Kate LeBlanc out for TA. Sulikowski went cold from three on the Hoops for Hope night against Chevrolet. Only made one. She attempted, I would like to say, about 10. And so good to see her get back into the swing of things here. She's 1 for 2 early. Olivia Sorois from deep, too strong. And the rebound yanked down by Gorham. Here's Ellie Gay, drives on Sulikowski, kicks it. A three-pointer from the top of the key, too strong. Rebound fought for and finally taken by Lizotte. So Thornton Academy's done what they've wanted to do so far. They haven't dug themselves into a first quarter hole here with 90 seconds to go. Here's Emma Lizotte working on Curtis, tough turnaround jumper, and just did not have a good angle there. Ellie Gay from distance, short. Rebound tracked down by Sulikowski. Probably could have let it go out of bounds. She grabs it anyway. Approaching a minute to go. Feeds it to Lizotte in the high post, and they're going to call a foul on Curtis. Kaylin Curtis, the senior for Gorham, has a ton of experience, but certainly has her work cut out for her tonight, as she'll be guarding Lizotte the majority of the time. Keniston back in for Riley Rose. Sulikowski off her hands, Gorham ball.
Looked like Sulikowski maybe tripped up a little bit, wasn't quite ready for the ball yet.
The one thing we will not see a ton of tonight that we have in past nights is slipping on this floor, because Linnell Gymnasium got a little bit of a makeover, so the floor is improved here. Was a big issue in past weeks. Kaylin Curtis muscles it up for two.
That's a tough finish right there. Lizotte obviously has that tall frame. She had her hands all the way up, and Curtis does a great job scoring over.
Foul called on Gorham. So for Thornton Academy, it's Addison Sulikowski with 3 points, Kate LeBlanc and Emma Lizotte with 2. Here's Lizotte. Good move on Curtis. Puts it up with the left hand and gets the roll. Emma Lizotte looking like a whole new player in the first quarter of this game. 25 seconds ago, cross-court pass. Here's a drive. Kicked out. Curtis will try another three. This one short. Olivia Sorois will just catch the rebound. Up ahead into the high post for Lizotte. Mid-range jumper. It's cash. Emma Lizotte's got 6 points in the first quarter. A three at the buzzer. Off the mark, and Thornton Academy with a very well-played first frame, up 11-9 after one. We're going to take a quick break on TATV. Stick around. back after one on TATV. Thornton Academy has the lead. It's 11-9 with a fresh new 8 minutes on the clock. And Emma Lazat cooking in the first quarter. Had a great assist to Kate LeBlanc and then 6 points to her name. Addison Sulikowski had a 3-pointer as well. Just what Thornton Academy needs to do early on there, Troy.
Yeah, absolutely. This is some of the best basketball I've seen Lazat play all season. As you mentioned, she's facilitated the ball, as well as done some great post moves and some jump shots in the mid-range.
Inside to Gammon. She'll kick it out to Gay. Work back up top. Gorham working it around the perimeter. Here's a drive off the rim, and Lazat yanks down the rebound. Lazat's just a good matchup for Gorham. She had 15 in the earlier meeting between these two teams. Something about this team she definitely just likes more than Chevrolet, who she really struggled against. Stolen away. It's Julia Reed with the steal. She'll push it in transition. Ellie Gay to Summer Gammon. Gammon spots up for a 3 off the back rim. Ellie Gay the offensive board. And a fresh new possession for the Rams. The 3-pointer from the wing is off the rim, no good. And the rebound taken by Vanessa Walker. Inside, Curtis looking to go to work on Lazat. Well defended by Lazat, but better offense by Kaylin Curtis.
I mean, that's a tough finish. Beautiful spin move. Kissed it right off the glass with the left. I mean, that was great.
Laura LeBlanc tied up in the corner. Finds her best player, Lazat, goes up. Can't get the roll. Off the hands of Ellie Gay. Thornton Academy ball. A pair of subs will check in for the Trojans. It's Sulikowski and Rose for Soroyce and LeBlanc. Gorham returned all of their entire roster from last year with the exception of Elizabeth Willette, who's now playing at Gordon College. Here's Lazat, mid-range jumper, that's way too strong. Missed everything, but it's off the hands of Gorham and stays with Thornton Academy. So with Gorham returning everybody, pretty much, it's been an easy transition into this year, whereas Thornton Academy with some new players, some underclassmen, getting some big roles. It's been definitely a transition period for them. Keniston, guarded by Reed. Finds LeBlanc. It was tipped by Ellie Gay. Sulikowski at the top. Thornton Academy being patient, trying to get the best shot possible. And making the Rams have to spend all their energy on the defensive side of the floor. Here's a steal. Keniston turns it over. It's Walker who dishes it down low, and a foul called on Sulikowski. Julia Reed will head to the line.
I'm not quite sure if that turnover there was a miscommunication or what, but it looked like Rose had cut towards the basket and Keniston was kind of late with the pass. Obviously resulted in Gorham getting the ball.
Timeout's going to be called. I didn't see who called the timeout, but it's 5:59 to go in the first half. We're tied up at 11. A reminder, the boys game will follow this, Thornton Academy and Gorham. That's a game that Gorham came out and just boat raced TA earlier this season. And we'll see if the Trojans can have some sort of response. And we want to give a quick plug to our Tams Middle School play. They're putting on Shrek Jr. You can see him Friday night. I believe tomorrow night's at 7, Saturday night and Sunday during the day. So if you're into Shrek, head on over to the Garland Auditorium. And we'll come out of the timeout with Julia Reed at the line. Reed, a junior guard who averages 7 points per game. First free throw a little too strong. One for two from the line for Julia Reed. And Gorham will go back to work with their press. Keniston blows by Reed. Now Lizotte. Kate LeBlanc was cutting to the basket, but a little too tough of a pass for Lizotte to make. Lizotte down low, goes up at Curtis and scores. She's got 8. 2 more for Emma Lizotte, who's making it look easy here in the first half. Ellie Gay, good strong drive, but she'll back it out. Summer Gammon drives to the free throw line, drops it off for Gay. Short corner to Curtis. Gay thought about another deep 3, drops it off for Curtis. A nice pass, ball on the floor. Picked up by Gay. A drive by Vanessa Walker, tries to drop it off. The ball pinballs around and somehow finds Summer Gammon. Ellie Gay, a deep 3, that's once again short. And it's saved but out of bounds by Julia Reed. Ellie Gay reminds me a lot of Addison Sulikowski with her willingness to cut it loose from way downtown, but she hasn't hit one yet. Just 1 3 for Gorham so far in this game. That was from Zoe Dellinger. Keniston has it stolen. Good play by Summer Gammon, who drops it off for Reed. Back to Gammon for 2. Great individual defensive effort by Summer Gammon, the senior, and Gorham cuts it to 1. Or actually, they lead by 1. Lizotte's tied up, finds Sir Royce, who pitches ahead to Keniston. And a travel called on Hannah Keniston, so Thornton Academy really being hindered by this Gorham press. It just seems like this is the way to win now, setting up this press. We haven't seen it at all from Thornton Academy. But it certainly seems like the teams that win come out and blitz you early on. That's what Gorham's doing here. Julia Reed with a good shot fake on LeBlanc. The floater is way too strong and just right through the hands of Olivia Soroyce. The 3-pointer on the wing is off the mark, and the rebound taken by Sulikowski. 4 minutes to go in the half. LeBlanc has an open lane to drive. Her mid-range jumper is well short. They should have called a travel anyway. Here's Gammon. Drops it off for Walker. It's been an ugly last couple of minutes for Thornton Academy. The 3-pointer by Julia Reed is money. That's her second 3-pointer of the night. Sulikowski tied up. Good cut to the basket by Sulikowski. Goes off the window and just too strong. Probably should have taken an extra step or 2 there. Ellie Gay from the corner. Too strong on the 3. Kaylin Curtis the rebound. This is where it could start to slip away from you if you're TA. Here's Ellie Gay. Dribbles around Lizotte. Good ball movement by the Rams. Three-minute mark of the first half. 17-13. Gorham on top. And it's going to be a foul called. Might have been off the ball. I don't know, they're going to call it on Sir Royce. I mean, several players for TA have just had a difficult time rebounding the ball this year and being strong with the basketball. Gorham #1 in the Class AA South Heels. Thornton Academy sits at the 5 seed right now, and for a team with huge expectations coming into this year. If the season ended today, they would be playing on the road in the quarterfinal round. Ellie Gay from distance. Can she hit her first? Yes. Ellie Gay with 5 points, her first 3-pointer, and it's now a 7-point game, and you figure for TA, this is a huge possession to not let this thing slip away. Sulikowski pitches it to Riley Rose. Soroy steps into a 3 that's way too strong, and the rebound by Gammon. The drive by Walker, slashing inside, off the window, doesn't get the roll, but she'll go to the line. Nearly an acrobatic finish over Emma Lizotte. But for the first time tonight, Vanessa Walker will head to the charity stripe.
We're certainly starting to see Gorham kind of pull away here. Thornton Academy needs to try to settle down a little bit on the offensive side of the ball, especially. They're having a difficult time with this press, as we've mentioned.
They just haven't looked like they want it enough. Gorham looks like the team that just wants to win more. Second free throw, no good. Rebound tapped around and taken by LeBlanc. Thornton Academy finding themselves down by 8 points now with 2 minutes to go. Gorham certainly in a position to take a potential double-digit lead into the halftime locker room. Lazat's been quiet these last couple of minutes. Lucia Martinez Alfaro drives. Sulikowski from deep, off the rim. Rebound tracked down by Lauren Dunbar. Gorham with the momentum. A shot fake by Vanessa Walker. And the officials not shy to call the travel so far.
Thornton Academy, number 12, Laura LeBlanc. Replaces number 10, Lucia Martinez Alfaro. Substitution for the Rams, number 11, Ellie Gay. In for 15, Summer Gammon.
Sulikowski will look to slow it down. But Ellie Gay just not letting her do that. A deflection and another steal by Gorham. They'll pitch it ahead. Gay all alone for 2. Ellie Gay's got 7 in the first half. It's a 10-point game. Sulikowski cutting to the basket, tries to finish through contact. She'll go to the line. The first free throws of the night for Thornton Academy. Free throws have been an area that the Trojans have struggled in, especially these last couple games. Had some major free throw shooting issues against Chevrolet. So we'll see if Sulikowski, the senior forward, committed to
Substitution for the Rams.
play at St. Anselm next year, cut into that lead.
Replaces Kaylin Curtis, back in for the goal, number 14, Emma Lazan. She replaces Kate LeBlanc. Addison. And
2 for 2 from the line.
take a seat.
Summer Gammon will trigger it in for Gorham. 1:13 the clock reads. 15 to 23. The Rams on top. Here's Dunbar in the short corner, drops it off for Gay. They'll call a foul on Keniston. Keniston, an aggressive player and a great defender.
Here comes the Thornton Academy substitution, number 24, Kate LeBlanc.
Kate LeBlanc in for Sulikowski. So TA's just going to have to survive this next minute or so without Addison Sulikowski. Hannah Keniston will check out as well. Reed to Gay. Gay's got a good matchup with Riley Rose on her. We'll see if she takes advantage of that. Stolen by Lazat. Emma Lazat with a transition opportunity. Problem is the scores aren't in the game right now for TA with the exception of her. She'll drive, gets inside, spins, and short on the layup. Ellie Gay the rebound with 35 seconds to go. Gorham can hold for last shot if they want it. It's Reed from the corner, drills the 3. Julia Reed once again from downtown. That's her third three-pointer of the half. 20 seconds to go. Thornton Academy would be wise to hold for last shot here. Lazat will look to back down Gammon. LeBlanc way downtown, she's got it. Kate LeBlanc, a good response for the Trojans. Cuts it to 8 with 5 seconds left. Here's Reed, not aware of the clock. Guarded by LeBlanc, puts it up at the horn, and it's off the rim, no good. We'll go to the halftime break. 26-18 is our score. A little bit of back and forth action here as Julia Reed hit her third three-pointer of the half, and then Kate LeBlanc responded, and the Thornton Academy Golden Trojans will go into the halftime break down by 8. We'll take a break here on TATV and be back for some halftime thoughts and the second half from Linnell Gymnasium. Back here for the second half on TATV, the Gorham Rams are leading the Thornton Academy Golden Trojans 26-18 as we approach the second half here at Linnell Gymnasium. In the first game of this boys and girls Class AA South basketball doubleheader. I'm Cole Purvis alongside Troy Bullock. We just finished up with the halftime performance. The Saco Parks and Rec girls basketball team played a little scrimmage out here, and now we're back to the varsity game. Troy, what did you see from that first half as Thornton Academy started out pretty well, but Gorham's press really got the best of them?
Yeah, well, Emma Lazat had a pretty solid first half. She was doing good things offensively and defensively, but Thornton Academy made a lot of mistakes really fundamentally. I mean, between just the turnovers, dribbling the ball, maybe it's dribbling the ball too high, not boxing out, allowing Gorham to get offensive rebounds. They were really just making mistakes all over the place, just fundamental mistakes all over the court. They're definitely going to need to eliminate those if they want to win this game.
Emma Lazat has 8 points at the half. She averages about 17 points per game, but recently that number had gone down from what it was before. And Addison Sulikowski looking to get it going. She hit a 3 in the first half, but for Gorham, Julia Reed hit 3 3-pointers. She's at 9 points. Ellie Gay, by my count, which is not official, but Ellie Gay has 7 at the break. Kaylin Curtis with 4 for Gorham. So a well-rounded team, and they're kind of always in the mix, Gorham is. Of course, they had Mackenzie Holmes not long ago, who's now dominating college basketball at Indiana. But this team last year wasn't really expected to do big things, and they didn't have a great regular season, but just turned it on in the postseason, and they love to play tournament basketball. And Coach Lon Berthium always has them prepared for that stage of the season. So good things are certainly to come for them. And Thornton Academy, a team that's slipping, losing 4 out of their last 5, is looking to get things back on track here. This would be a huge, huge heel points win for them since Gorham is just barely hanging on to first. Scarborough not far behind them. The Rams coming off a 68-26 win against Massabesic, and the game before that on Friday was a big 53-35 dominant 18-point win over Scarborough, who I mentioned is second in the division. So the Rams swept the Red Storm on the year, and they'll try to do the same to Thornton Academy here. So we'll see if Thornton Academy can spark a little bit of a comeback. 8 points, definitely not insurmountable. They could erase the whole thing before the quarter even ends if they play well. The starting lineup is on the floor for Thornton Academy. And it looks like the same can be said for Gorham, so both teams going with their starting 5s to start the second half here. Glad you could join us on TATV, whether you're a Thornton Academy fan, a Gorham fan, or you don't have a horse in the fight. Sulikowski nearly got the roll, and the rebound taken by the Rams. Here's Ellie Gay. Skips one to Gammon. The short jumper is good. Summer Gammon with a mid-range jumper cuts it back to a 10-point game. And now the press. Kate LeBlanc back in the lineup tonight. She saw very limited minutes in the game against Chevrolet this past Friday. Down low, good pass by LeBlanc, and Keniston lays it in.
Yeah, great pass by LeBlanc there. Keniston absolutely wide open. Kind of a collapse on Gorham's defense there. TA is able to take advantage.
First points of the game for Hannah Keniston, the freshman. As we see the Thornton Academy student section starting to fill in a little bit for the boys game. The 3-pointer from Ellie Gay is too strong. Curtis with a nice pass to Gay. Missed it, kicks it out. And the third chance opportunity here for the Rams. Ellie Gay spots up for 3, and now she's got it. 2 offensive rebounds and a 3-pointer from Ellie Gay.
It's really difficult to beat a team when you give them 3 chances to score the ball. That time they get 3 points out of it. We mentioned boxing out. I mean, there's not a ton of boxing out there. As you mentioned, Gay was able to get 2 offensive rebounds on that possession alone. Certainly going to need to clean that up.
Ellie Gay has 2 3-pointers. Julia Reed drives on Keniston, drops it off for Gay, spins in the lane on Sulikowski. The three-pointer from Reed is too strong, can't connect, and Laurel LeBlanc rips down the board. It's going to be so difficult for Thornton Academy to come back. Laurel LeBlanc, the three-pointer, she rattles it in. Laurel LeBlanc hit a three-pointer versus Chevres, and she's got another one here.
LeBlanc stringing together a couple solid offensive possessions. She had that pass to Tennyson a couple possessions ago, and there's the three.
The sophomore playing some good minutes here. Inside to Gammon, kicks it out. Three-pointer from Walker, right in front of the TA fan section, in and out. And the rebound taken by Ellie Gay. Good hustle play by her. Sulikowski unable to handle the ball. Gay drives, turns, and just throws it right out of bounds by Kaylin Curtis. And although she turned the ball over, a great offensive rebound by Ellie Gay. Zoe Dellinger back into the game for the Rams. Vanessa Walker will check out. And for TA, Riley Rose will get back into the action in place of Hannah Keniston. Sulikowski splits her defenders, finds LeBlanc. Inside, Lazat, turnaround jumper, short. Riley Rose the rebound, but just can't hang out of the ball. Tied up with Ellie Gay in the corner, drops it off for Kate LeBlanc. Good strength by her to rip it away. Lazat inside, kicks it out. LeBlanc to Rose. Rose inside, the pass errant, and it'll stay with Thornton Academy. Gorham fans didn't like it. Coach Lon Berthium thought that Lazat touched it last, and I think he's got a case there. And they're going to change the call. I think it's the right one. Looked like Lazat touched it last. So 31-23, still an 8-point game, which is what we came out of the half with. Reed guarded by Rose. It's stolen by Lazat. Lazat in transition with Curtis in pursuit, and Lazat lays it in. She's in double figures with 10. Gammon the drive. Down low to Curtis. Dellinger. Curtis in the short corner with Lazat on her. That matchup of bigs has been so huge in both the first half of this game and the January 4th matchup between these two teams. Curtis drives and a wild shot off glass. 6 points for Kaylin Curtis, the senior. Some great concentration to just throw it up with Emma Lazat defending her. LeBlanc down low to a wide open Riley Rose who lays it in. Gorham playing it a little bit over aggressively on the defensive side of the ball, and Thornton Academy able to take advantage. It's a 6-point game. So Riley Rose, a player who we don't see get into the scoring column a ton, lays it in. Gammon with a drive, has a step, and Lazat swats it away. Sulikowski in transition. Sulikowski, pull-up jumper is money. Addison Sulikowski cuts it to a 4-point game, 33-29.
Thornton Academy starting to build up some momentum. We saw Lazat get that block on the defensive end, and Sulikowski make the mid-range jumper on the other side.
So far an effective and well-played third quarter for Coach Suzanne Rondo's group. As I mentioned in past broadcasts, it's Rondo's first year as the coach, taking over for Eric Marston. Rondo graduated from TA in 1997. She's the first 1,000-point scorer in the history of the program. She was the varsity coach at Bonnie Eagle before this, and most recently had roles as an assistant coach at St. Joseph's College and the University of New England. And Lon Berthium, super experienced. He's in his 17th season as head coach. Spent 10 years before that at Grey New Gloucester. Went undefeated back-to-back years, 2015 and 2016, and won the state championship in both 2017 and 2018. Listen to this. He's coached 6 Division I players. He's been the Maine State Coach of the Year 5 times. So he has quite a decorated resume. Here's Vanessa Walker on the wing, guarded by Rose. Curtis in the short corner looking to post up on Lizotte. Muscles it up for 2, and the foul. Kaylin Curtis will go to the line, and a good play by Gorham right out of the timeout. Was a little bit of a late whistle. I think it was the right call as Lizotte definitely reached in.
It's not the first time in this game we've seen Curtis kind of out-muscle Lizotte. Just kind of flick the ball up and put it in pretty easily.
Off on the free throw. Rebound taken by Sulikowski, lucky to save it before it went out of bounds. Sulikowski being pressured, dumps it to Lizotte, kicks it out. Soroyce, a corner 3, can't get the roll. Rebound tapped around, and it will stay with the Trojans. Soroyce to trigger it in for the Trojans. Dumps it down low into traffic. Sulikowski somehow comes away with it. They're going to call a jump ball, but just not a smart decision there by Olivia Soroyce. Sulikowski had 3 defenders on her. These are the games where Thornton Academy really has to buckle down. They have a chance to win. It's doable for them, only down by 6 late in the third quarter. And they need some momentum on their side going into the tournament. Ellie Gay cuts to the basket and scores. Ellie Gay has 11 points. Good pass by Keniston down low to a cutting Sulikowski and 1. What a feed from Hannah Keniston. Sulikowski's been a little bit quiet. That's only her 5th point, but a great play. And Thornton Academy is dishing the ball out here pretty well tonight. Can she complete the 3-point play at the line? Yes, she can. It's a 5-point game. 10 minutes to go in this one. Curtis, baseline drive, reverse layup, off the mark. They've liked to run their offense through Kaylin Curtis on a lot of their offensive possessions. She's a very good player, using her strength to her advantage. Lizotte has the height advantage, but Kaylin Curtis a little bit stronger. Keniston tied up, and a 5 seconds is called, or a timeout rather. Suzanne Rondo calls a timeout. 90 seconds to go in the third. We want to thank you for watching here on TATV. Thornton Academy has 2 more home games, at least the boys do, the rest of the season. One against Gorham, or one against Deering, that is going to be rescheduled. We don't know when as of this moment, but the boys will have their senior night here against Sanford on the 30th, which is this coming Tuesday. And for the girls, they have a couple more home games. They play South Portland at home this Saturday, and then they finish up the year with Massabesic and Bonnie Eagle. Bonnie Eagle will be senior night. We'll let you know about live streams for those one. If they aren't live streamed on TATV, we will at least have the huddle cam going. Sulikowski to inbound, chance for TA to cut it to a 1-possession game. Keniston down low, shot fake off the window for 2. It's a 3-point game. Walker, the drive on Rose, kicks it out. Inside to Gay, trying to finish through contact, cannot. Well defended by Sulikowski. A minute left. Lizotte at the elbow, mid-range jumper, off the mark, rebound tapped around and taken by Gorham, and they're going to call a reach-in foul on Hannah Keniston. So she's getting up there in the foul count.
Yeah, Lizotte's shot there on that last possession, maybe not the best look. It looked like she had some defenders on her, although she is pretty tall, so even when she's guarded pretty heavily, she still may have a chance to score.
Yeah, I mean, give the ball to your best player and let her go to work. 45 seconds. Zoe Dellinger. They'll swing it around to Reed. Reed looking and just throws it into the backcourt. Gay has to save it, but it's a backcourt violation. So a careless turnover there by Gorham. Two teams that have seemed pretty evenly matched. It's been the depth of Gorham versus the star power of TA. 33 seconds left. We'll see if Coach Suzanne Rondo advises her team to hold for last shot. And it appears that is the approach as Sulikowski points up to the clock here at Linnell Gymnasium. She has Ellie Gay on her. She'll back it all the way out. Thornton Academy trying to move without the ball to get a cutter to the basket. Sulikowski, deep three, it's short, out of bounds, Gorham ball. Not the look you wanted there with time winding down in the third. Now Gorham will get a chance to extend this lead going into the final frame.
Yeah, you still had some more time on that possession. Wonder if they could have waited a little bit longer to try to see if they could have got a better look.
Julia Reed inside, scores and one! 1 second to go, and not how you want to play it if you're Thornton Academy. And a great play for Gorham, but that just kind of encapsulates the whole season for Thornton Academy. A poor shot on the offensive side of the ball, and then on defense, Gorham able to take advantage, and a breakdown by the Trojans. Now it's a 6-point game instead of a 3-point game if Thornton Academy had held for last shot. Lazat's heave won't go. We go to the fourth. 40-34 is our score. Thornton Academy wins the third quarter by 2 points, but still will have work to do in the fourth if they want to make a comeback. We'll see you for the fourth on TATV. We've arrived at the fourth quarter. Thornton Academy and Gorham battling in a matchup of two teams in Class AA South. A reminder, we'll have the boys game right after this as the Trojans take on the Rams. The Gorham boys team is 11-2 right now. The TA boys are 4-9 and on an 8-game losing streak. But right now the girls trying to pick up a big heel points win. After a pretty disastrous end to that third quarter, they're going to try to settle it back down for the fourth. Here's Lazat. Gets tied up. Had LeBlanc open in the corner. Muscles it up for two. Emma Lazat through contact, and she's had a great game so far. 12 points. I think TA, even if they don't come out with a win here, has looked a lot better than they did against Cheverus the other night. They'll have a big game against South Portland on Saturday afternoon. Lazat's going to be called for a foul. Sometimes when you have that height, you can get a little bit aggressive in trying to swat it away. And probably should have just stayed straight up on that one and still would have likely gotten a piece of the basketball. Julia Reed will head to the line. Reed's first free throw is good. Julia Reed, a 68% free throw shooter coming into this game. One for two, rebound taken by Lazat, who nearly stepped on the end line, but stays in. 5-point deficit for Addison Sulikowski and company. Sulikowski drives and missed the layup, but gets the rebound. turnaround jumper, and they're going to call a double dribble. Good look for Sulikowski, but just couldn't hit the layup, and Thornton Academy is going to need that if they want to win this game. Reed refuses the screen. Nice take by Julia Reed, but she missed the layup. Rebound tapped out to Summer Gammon. Great job refusing that screen by Julia Reed, and a nice drive to the basket. Walker, straightaway three. She's got it. A three-pointer from Vanessa Walker extends the lead to 8. Six and a half to go. Sulikowski to Lizotte, good catch. Kate LeBlanc to her sister, Laura LeBlanc, corner three, off the mark. Here goes Julia Reed. To the corner. Now Summer Gammon. Now Gorham's has a little bit of a cushion, so no hurry for them to really do anything. Walker kicks it out to Gammon. Gammon will drive to the basket with the left hand, and she gets it back to a double-digit lead for the Rams. And a timeout called by Coach Suzanne Rondo. And the number 1 seed trying to take control here at Linnell Gymnasium. And we're going to take a break here on TATV and be back for the remaining 5:48.
Hey, Dan. How's that proposal coming?
Just finished. I am sending it right now.
Okay, good. Oh, no. How are we looking for noon? We got like 2 minutes. Dan.
Run over here.
Is this my room? Wow, Dad! Is this your room?
5 minutes, 48 seconds left on the clock here at Linnell Gymnasium. The Gorham Rams lead by 10. TA cut it to as few as 3 points in the recent minutes, but Gorham able to go on a little bit of a run. Sulikowski beats the press with ease. Lizotte will drive on Ellie Gay. Kicks it out. Keniston, top of the key. Riley Rose dumps it into Lizotte. Lizotte goes up and scores. Emma Lizotte has 14 points on the night.
On that last possession there, it seemed like 4 Gorham defenders were kind of putting their attention towards Lizotte, and Lizotte just took one power dribble and put it up.
Yeah,
she found herself pretty wide open.
Nice job just stepping through by her for the bucket. Kaylin Curtis kicks it out. The three-pointer from Reed on the wing is money. Julia Reed does it again. That's her 4th three-pointer, and it's an 11-point game.
Another kind of collapse defensively there by TA. I mean, Reed finds herself wide open.
Sulikowski on the floor has to get rid of it. Ahead to Rose. Rose down low to Sorois. It's poorly executed once again by TA, but Keniston will lay it up. The offensive rebound goes for Olivia Sorois. Her first points of the night.
A little bit messy there, but TA still gets the points nonetheless.
Ugly way to score, but they got it done. Gammon in the corner, drives with the left, kicks it out to Reed, who blows right by Keniston. Good ball movement, and it ends with almost an Ellie Gay 3, but it's off the rim. Under 4 minutes left. TA down by 9. They're going to need to hurry, because Gorham will have the ability to just hold the ball on offense Sulikowski into Lizotte. Lizotte goes up at Curtis, and it's an air ball. Rebound tracked down by Ellie Gay. And Gorham can be as patient as they want here, but Coach Berthium will call a timeout with 3:33. After the break, Kate LeBlanc and her sister Laura will both check in for Thornton Academy. And we'll use this time to preview the boys' game that is coming up right after this. TA takes on Gorham. The Gorham Rams are the #1 seed in Class AA South, but they are coming off of their second loss of the season, an upset win by the Deering Rams. So we'll see how they respond. Ashton LeClaire, their star player, has not been great these last couple of games. I apologize, the last game was a win against Massabesic, but the game before that was the loss to Deering. And Ashton LeClaire has only had 11 points in the last 2 games. So he's cooled down from what he was scoring before that. But a good opportunity for him and Caden Smith and Gabe Mishu to rebound tonight in a big way against the Thornton Academy team that they dominated in Gorham on January 4th. Content to just slow the pace, work the ball around the 3-point line, and try and milk as much clock as possible with a 9-point cushion. Approaching 3 minutes to go. Curtis controls in the short corner, now backs it out. Lizotte playing aggressively on her, but unable to produce a steal. The drive by Reed, kicks it out. Curtis, open look for 3. Too strong, and it will go high above the glass and out of bounds. TA ball. Sulikowski, you can just tell, very tired right now. She's had to play a ton of minutes this year, with Thornton Academy not having a ton of depth and not even having a lot of players on their roster. Laura LeBlanc for 3. She's got it, her second 3-pointer of the night, and that cuts it to a 6-point game, just what the Trojans needed. A big bucket by the sophomore. Knocked away by Lizotte. It'll stay on this side of the floor. Again, the good news tonight is that the floor at Linnell Gymnasium is in a lot better condition than it was last week, after they put a new coating on it. So no more slipping tonight. Keniston went for the steal, but Reed gets by. They'll drop it off for Curtis. Curtis steps through and scores. If you're Keniston, that's what you needed to do, just be aggressive out on the perimeter and try and force a steal, but was unable to do it, and Gorham scores. TA will have to respond quickly. We're under 2 minutes to go. It's deflected out of bounds by Reed. They're going to need a bucket quickly here to cut it back to a 2-possession game. Kate LeBlanc to send it in. Lizotte looking to take over, goes to work on Curtis, short, and Curtis is on the glass for the Rams. Neither team even close to the bonus here, so Thornton Academy is going to have to foul a couple times before Gorham would shoot free throws. Ellie Gay to the basket, open lane, and she scores. It's a 10-point game, and that might be the dagger for Gorham. Sulikowski's got to get it across half court. She does. Here's Lizotte, down low, muscles it up. She'll get fouled and go to the line. But might be too little, too late for Thornton Academy, as it appears Gorham is in a great position to win their 11th game on the season. Lazat, the Quinnipiac commit, at the line. Her senior year at TA hasn't been everything she's hoped it would have been, but still time in the tournament to correct that and go on a run. Because really, all the struggles of the regular season can be wiped away with a couple of tournament wins. Timeout, Coach Rondo. Lazat makes both, cuts it to an 8-point game. That'll be a 60-second timeout. I want to thank you for watching here on Thornton Academy TV. Be on the lookout in the near future for a potential return of Cal Cristoforo, who was a TATV broadcaster and a Syracuse graduate and now works with WHOU doing Maine High School basketball. He will look to join us for a game in the future. We're not sure which game that will be, but definitely be on the lookout for that. And a shout out to our entire crew here on TATV. Josh Pulsifer and Jeff Christianberry on hand, Abe Huff on the camera. And one of the referees for this game is Lauren Russo, who actually coaches some of these players in AAU and knows a lot of the players around the state, so. 1:12 to go. Gorham will inbound the ball, and Thornton Academy, for the first time all night, will set up a press. Summer Gammon runs the baseline, looking to beat it, and they will. Lazat pressuring her hard, and she's going to get called for the foul. Second team foul on Thornton Academy. One minute to play. And a steal by Keniston. Keniston to the basket, goes up and gets fouled. Hannah Keniston will go to the line where she struggled the other night from, and she's going to need to hit these to cut it to a two-possession game if Thornton Academy has any chance of a miraculous comeback here. First one can't get the roll. TA's just got to hit their free throws. 1 for 2. Coach Rondo tells them to get up, and they do. And a baseball pass all the way down to Julia Reed, who looks to finish it off, and she's fouled by Keniston. Just a heave by Ellie Gay along the baseline. And a good pass to Julia Reed.
Julia Reed shoots 2 front shots. Back into the game for Thornton Academy.
TA fan section filled up a little bit. No theme tonight, but still, they are out for this big upcoming boys game between TA and Gorham. 9-point game. Sulikowski drives and scores. Got the roll. TA trying to force a quick turnover. They're going to need a 3 at some point. Kaylin Curtis goes up on Riley Rose, and that's just too easy of a matchup for her. TA's got to hurry it up. Sulikowski ahead to Laura LeBlanc. LeBlanc finds Sulikowski. They've got to just put up a shot at some point. Lazat does and gets the roll for 2. 5 seconds left. It's a 7-point game, and Thornton Academy is going to drop their 5th game out of their last 6. Gorham wins their 11th on the year, so the Rams with a big win against Scarborough a couple nights ago, and now a big win against TA to sweep the Trojans on the season. 57-50 is our final score. We thank you for watching here on TATV. Troy, any final thoughts as we wrap up and transition to the boys game?
Yeah, although TA fell fell short of winning this game. I do believe they showed improvement from that game against Chevrolet last week. Of course, there were some mistakes, but there are also some good runs and some good qualities on both sides of the court. So I think Thornton Academy has some things to build off of, and Gorham, of course, is a really good team as well. #1 in Class AA South. So tough game for TA, but I feel like they have some room for improvement.
And a disappointing campaign for the Trojans continues. They will drop their 6th game on the season and drop to 7-6 on the year. They're 5-4 in Class AA South play. Thank you all for watching. For my producers, Jeff Christianberry and Josh Pulsifer, Abe Huff on the camera, Troy on the color commentary, I'm Cole Purvis. Have a great night, and we'll see you for the boys game, which, by the way, we will have another live stream. It will be a new live stream for the boys game, so get off of this one and hop onto the new one in a couple minutes here as Thornton Academy takes on Gorham in boys basketball.